Have you subscribed yet? Before this video starts, all you've got to do is take 2 seconds of your time. If you haven't already, subscribe. Hi, and welcome to One Way Football's Match Week Madness. And today we've brought to you a Manchester City fan, a die-hard Manchester City fan, and he is the new co-host of Match Week Madness every week for our predictions. Johnny couldn't sadly be here today because he has other things he has to attend to, which might be the case with you, Jake, in the future. But as long as you get your predictions over to me, then you won't lose out any points. But if you fail to do that, by the way, you do lose points. So you lose like 1 point or something like that off your table. So look, it's a brand new season's on its way tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. Are you excited, Jake?
Oh, so excited. I really, really am.
Oh,
Look
mate,
forward.
do you know what? It's summertime. Do you know what? It doesn't actually feel that long because it only feels like yesterday when we was seeing Liverpool do the parade and everything, and we've been talking about it. It's actually gone quite quick, I think, this summer.
Yeah. I don't know. I think when you look back on it, yeah, I can see what you mean, but throughout the summer period, it's just long. I think the wife's more happy than I am, to be honest, because then the sales stop being miserable.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Once the football starts, then we can all just like sit in our chairs and be silent.
Oh yes.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about the up and coming games, our thoughts on the league, and being one of the new members of the show, Jake. We've asked you to make up your league prediction table, which is now on the screen. And so, Jake, look, listen, just run us through from your first to fourth to start with, and why you put these teams in their places.
So I think obviously I've put Manchester City being top. Um, Maybe there's a little bit of biasness in there, which you will do if you're with any team that you support. But I genuinely do think with the players that City have signed this season, and the pre-season games that we've played, I think we've done quite well. Um, with last season being so dreadful, I don't think we'll have another season, and I think it's going to be Pep's last season as well. So I think we'll be going all guns blazing through the full course of the season.
I haven't really seen much of your pre-season though. How has it been?
It's been okay. We lost against Al Hilal in the Club World Cup, but tournament football's tournament
You kind of
football. They
take that
are
with
a
a pinch
decent
of salt,
side.
really, don't you? I mean, if
Yeah, of
you know
course.
Chelsea are never going to live it down like for the next 4 years. But let's just be honest, it's just a pre-season like little tournament, to keep things
Yeah,
running. Um, but yeah, in all fairness, I do think as well. I totally agree with you. I think City are going to be right back up there next season. I don't
yeah.
think Pep's going to let this slide. Um, and I think to be fair, it's just going to be one of these things where because you've dropped off last season, I think that you're going to go just. I think you're probably going to be flying. I think it's going
Yeah.
to be tight between Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. I do think it's going to be very, very close. Even Chelsea could be there.
I was just about to say that Chelsea, for me, when watching them this pre-season, they look a threat, like a
Yeah.
proper dangerous threat. With the players that they've bought, they seem to be gelling quite well. The manager's doing wonders as well. He's implemented a proper system in that Chelsea squad, especially in the midfield. Obviously, football these days is predominantly played through the midfield.
And
Obviously,
they've like
switch out
handed
wide.
off most of their players to us now, so
Yeah,
they've got rid of all the rubbish that's in their team, so we have to deal with it. But yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
I
I
totally
think
agree with that.
I think Chelsea and Liverpool are going to be fighting for second place, and it's
Yeah.
going to be very, very close.
Do you think based on just because of everyone has been growing in this transfer window, do you reckon that's why Arsenal are just going to slip away a little bit? Because,
Yeah,
I think we've had our time now of we missed our chances of building strongly in the last couple of seasons. That's probably why we didn't win the league. But now we've
yeah,
started to build a team. this season, it's like everyone else around us is built as well. So
Yeah. I think the only two people are going to be consistent in your squad this season, obviously Saka and Odegaard. What Arsenal are failing to realise, I'm going to refer back to Kevin De Bruyne with City. The older he gets, he loses that half a yard of pace, or maybe even yard. It's going to be the same with Odegaard as well this season. I think because
mm,
he's been so consistent for 2, 3 years, I think he'll drop off a little bit this season. I think Saka
yeah,
will be the only player that'll be set in stone. You've got Saliba and Gabriel at the back. Are they going to do as well? Are they going to pick up injuries? What happens if
yeah,
they pick up injuries? You've got nobody to replace them. I think Arsenal will be at a stale, I'm going to say, just after Christmas.
just after Christmas. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we have to look at it now, and like a lot of people have said in the past that it's Arteta's last chance. I think he's had enough
yeah,
time. He's had enough money to build. If he doesn't win anything this season, or even if he's looking out of shape, or the team's looking like they're dropping off in certain
yeah,
cups, and even if we drop out of, I would say even the Carabao Cup, then you need to start looking into it. You know,
yeah. I think we had this
um,
conversation off camera the other day as well, with Arteta being so dominant at the minute and not winning anything. If he doesn't win, if he needs to win the league this season. I think even if he wins the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, I don't think that'll be enough for him. I
yeah,
really don't.
yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. He's like I say, it goes back to how many phases do you want? How many
Yeah,
excuses are you gonna have? It's I mean, like Johnny did pick out a very good quote, and I did put it in, I think, in one of the shorts on the YouTube channel that no team can refer themselves to like winning or being back or being state of saying we are back or we're gonna win because they have no right to do that because of the rest of the league that's involved in it. So you
yeah,
have the likes of United saying, "Well, we're gonna be back next season." You watch the teams have no right to say that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It just goes down to one of them things. But like with Arteta, like we said before, it goes to show that you've had all this time, you've had all this money, and yet you still can't do the job. Um, and yeah, I would probably give him 10 games. A lot of people have probably said that as well. 10 games is
Yeah.
probably enough. You can kind of justify where you're going, can't you, after that, or where it's leading to.
The only
Um,
problem is though, is going over these past 3 or 4 years with Arsenal's, let's say, the way of football. The first half of the year, absolutely brilliant, top of the
yeah,
league from the majority of the season. It's that last quarter of the season
yeah,
where you have predominantly crumbled, and that's you can't judge off 10 games because he's always good in the first 10 games. It has to be over the course of the season. You can't. There's no point in sacking him with a quarter of the season left because that achieves nothing.
yeah, of course, yeah,
Depending how many points you are behind,
yeah,
realistically,
yeah,
if you're 6 points behind with, let's say, 6 or 7 games to go, you might as well just ride out to the end of the season, get rid of him at the end of the season.
yeah,
If you are 15, 16 points behind with 10 games to go, it's a time to be like, right, let's get a new manager in, let's secure top four, and we'll go again next season.
yeah. And what do you make about Liverpool? Like, what's your what's your reason for having them to like drop back a little bit?
It's going off last season. I know they've just bought Florian first. I know he's a great player, but would he be able to handle it in the Premier League? That's the biggest question. And number two, if you look back towards the end of the season last season, yes, the league was done, but they still had Champions League to play for. They still had like the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup to play for. They just fell off a little bit for me. They weren't as
Yeah,
dominant. When they were under pressure, they couldn't cope with it too well. It's even playing like Crystal Palace or
yeah,
like the smaller teams, even though they were winning, they weren't convincing wins.
yeah. You're
They weren't
completely
very
right.
convincing.
Yeah,
And if that happens early on throughout the season, then can have they got that mentality to kick on? Look at the game on the weekend, for example,
yeah,
against Crystal Palace. Like they were okay at best.
yeah, yeah. You're completely right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, even when we looked at it when they won the league, I mean, how many games did they have left? Was it like five or I don't know. I'm not sure how many games they had left when they won the league. But they wasn't even. It didn't look like champions after that. I know a lot of
No,
people are gonna like call me out on this and go, "Oh yeah, but we already did the job, so like, why are we getting on their back?" But no, but you should carry it on. You should act like
yeah,
champions and be like, "See, like, let's finish on a high now. We've won the league. Let's beat the rest of the teams now that
yeah.
we've got left."
Even with the other trophies that we're still involved in after they won the league or in and around about when they were winning the league, like there was
Yeah,
no urgency from them. They fell off because they were burnt out. They give 110% for the majority of the season. But if that was the season where Arsenal and City were still at their peak, but Liverpool was in the mix, they would have fell off. And they
yeah, yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
have been able to compete with City or Arsenal within that bracket or that time frame that the
yeah,
league had left. So if City and Arsenal, or maybe even Chelsea, we throw them into the mix now, if them three teams are battling week in, week out, would Liverpool be able to cope with it?
yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna, like we say, because of how teams are building around each other. It's just going to be such an interesting
Yeah.
season, and it can't get any boring than last season. I know Liverpool
Oh,
fans will
no,
still
yeah.
go, they'll call me out on this as well with saying how bad the season was last season, but it was a bad season last season. It wasn't great. You know, there wasn't really much talking points in the season, or you know, there wasn't much like oh wow, that this team just came out of nowhere. And I mean, I can't see this season going to be as bad as last season. It's going to be more exciting, if anything.
Yeah.
What would you say your dark horse of the season is going to be? You're probably going to say United, aren't you?
No, definitely not.
No,
Definitely not. They look good. Yesterday, I know they fell apart, but they looked quite decent.
Tottenham. You know, I was
Crystal
about to say that
Palace.
that Tottenham. I said this to Johnny after the game that Tottenham looked good with the defensive play,
Yeah.
bringing back players, which they've a couple of seasons now they've been really terrible at. It looks
Yeah.
like Thomas, like he's kind of put that into their heads that you need to track back, get back into positions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They did look solid. It's just that that final third of just getting it over the finish line that they struggle
Yeah.
with. They need to
I
buy some
think
players.
I think for me yesterday's game, if they wouldn't have took Richarlison off, I think they would have won.
Yeah,
I think Richarlison was unbelievable yesterday, going forward and defensively. The way that he was holding play up so the team can push up with him,
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah. So who is your dark horse then?
Um, for me, I'm going to say Newcastle.
Newcastle, and you've got them in fifth
Yeah,
anyway. So
yeah,
I mean, where did they finish last season? Was it? They must have finished fifth last season, was it?
yeah,
So you still think they're going to maintain that stability of being in the Champions League and also be
yeah.
like,
They're they're one of them for me that could probably potentially finish higher. I think they could go on a very, very good run and sustain it. It's just if they do it early on.
yeah, yeah. I like for me, I do think it's going to be Man United. I know it's not something that you don't want to listen to or hear, but I think they haven't done that bad in the transfer, considering they haven't got much grab. Like the pull between them to say that they haven't got Europe. They've not really got. It's just established of their name. Do you know what I mean? They still managed to like
Yeah,
what bag Sesko for was it 84 million in the end.
yeah.
So for a club that's just said that they're broke, like where's that just come from?
I know, I know.
What's your
Tourists.
thoughts on the United at the moment, though?
I think they made a few good signings, but are they still in that Ten Hag era? Even
Yeah,
though obviously they've not got Ten Hag, but are they still in that mentality? I think United will
he must
do,
be laughing right now, Ten Hag.
yeah, especially yeah, 100%.
Is he at Leverkusen now, isn't he?
Yeah,
And he's in the Champions League. Like, do you know what I mean? He's just left them in the shit and just gone, oh, yeah, that's it now.
I think United's biggest problem at the minute is Bruno Fernandes.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought
Just
he was one
because
of
you're
the
the
better
star
players, no?
I agree, he is one of the better players, but does he disrupt the dynamic of the team? Is he
Right,
too
yeah.
all over the pitch? Is he doing too much? Is he not allowing other players to play their football and how they want to play and grow? Somebody might want to take control of the midfield or take control of the wing. You see him, his left, his right, his midfield. Yeah, that's good in hindsight, but is he doing too much?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe he doesn't have enough around him. Maybe he has to do that too much. Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, he's had players like Sancho and look at Sancho when he come to United, for example.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
was one of the Bundesliga's best stars.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then all of a sudden he fell off a cliff. Where's that come from?
And what do you think about Garnacho, the situation with him?
I think it'll be the biggest mistake United will do.
Would you take Garnacho at City?
It's probably the only player in the past 5 or 6 years in that Man United squad I will take.
Really?
He's that good.
I mean, yeah, it seems like that. To be fair, the way you're talking about it, I'm breaking up a little bit there. So I think it's my charge, but yeah, no, I've heard another United fan actually say that in my work, and I was actually a bit like, really, I was thinking, I don't know, I didn't actually rate him that much, to be fair. Maybe it's because of the way that he's acted lately. I think
Yeah,
that's taken away his ability on the pitch that I've just
yeah.
completely been blindsided by. You know,
But
his
when
attitude.
when he's when he's playing his football and he's getting consistent games, like even it takes him 2 games for him to kind of see what he's made of. But they'll always play him in the big games. Look at the Manchester derbies, for example. He always scores against City. Always.
Yeah,
Whether he starts or he comes on a sub. And that overhead
yeah,
kick, that's just a glimmer of what he can do. Yes, it may be a hit and hope, or maybe he meant it, only he will know. But still,
yeah,
it was probably the best overhead kick the Premier League has ever seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're completely right. Yeah. Um, I'm moving on from Manchester United. I would like to talk about your bottom three because you have put Sunderland in 18th. Fulham is a massive shout for Fulham, by the way. Um, I was actually surprised when you put Fulham there and Bournemouth as well. Bournemouth haven't really like done much in the transfer window. They're probably going to go down. I would have said Wolves now are going to probably go down.
Yeah.
But what's your reason for putting Fulham there?
I just don't think they've got enough. I think even listen, they did okay last season. Um, they're predicted to sell a couple of more players in this window. I'm just
Yeah,
kind of trying to be a little bit different, so to speak. I'm trying to think of if they sell a few more players and not had chance to bring anybody in. I just don't think they've got the depth in their squad. I don't think they've got the fight in them either like that. Look at Wolves, for example, they won't want to go down. It's as simple as that. If they find
yeah,
it tough, they're gonna tie their shoelaces and give it 100% to
yeah,
even scrape a draw or maybe even a 1-0 win. I just
yeah,
don't think Fulham will have that in them this season.
yeah. I mean, like before, they used to be that yo-yo club anyway, didn't they? Up, down, up, down.
Yeah,
Like a lot of the clubs do, like your Bournemouths and your Wolves and that. Like so, but this day and age, it's kind of hard to tell which of them teams are going to stay up and which are going to go down. Because I know a lot of people are probably putting their money on the three that have gone up to go straight back down anyway. Um, but I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. Um, but yeah, no, I think I think Leeds will do well. I think they will have a good season. I think just the simple fact is of their establisher, they know what it's like to be in the Prem. They know that
yeah,
feeling. Sunderland might be on, I think, on that border of maybe in a relegation battle.
yeah,
Do you think Everton are going to do well?
yeah. I think they'll do well. Obviously, they've just signed Jack Grealish as well. I think he will have the freedom to do what he wants, like he did at Aston Villa. And
Is
if he
Grealish
does that, he
going
can be
now? I
very
didn't even see
dangerous.
that.
He's
Is he
already
going?
gone.
Oh, he's
He's
gone, is
already
he?
gone. Yeah, season
Oh,
one
right,
loan.
yeah. Because I know there was talk about him going to Tottenham, and I was thinking that would be quite a good shout for Tottenham, but obviously Everton are a bigger club, like. Johnny's gonna be there now watching this, like sweating. Wait till I get back on that show. But no, do you think that's a good move for him then?
Yeah, very good move. I think Newcastle would have been a better move for him, just because he's still up and around competing for Champions League and things like that. He'll still get that feeling. Um, but yeah, I think it's a good shout for him because I
Just
think
on loan, it's
Moyes
a
will
loan
give him the
deal. Is it a loan
freedom.
to buy?
Yeah. No, there's no obligation.
Oh, so he can't. He's going to come back. Oh, well, then, yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting football time, and that's all he wants really at the
yeah,
moment. You've brought more players in, so it makes sense, doesn't it? Really.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited for this new season. I really am. It's gone to the point where I'm probably rocking in my chair like a little bit, waiting for
yeah,
something to happen. Just watching some preseason friendlies like that are happening in like South America or something, just to get
yeah.
something. But look, we're gonna go over to our predictions now. As we know, it ended 2-2. So all our predictions are based on, and we can just put something on the screen now. Are based on 90 minutes only. So no extra time. It's only 90 minutes. Okay. So well, it's just full time, basically full time.
Yeah.
If we do any cup games, then it is just the 90 minutes. So yesterday was 2-2. Johnny actually put 2-2. So he's now, as you can see now, he's got 3 points on the board already. Leaves us on nil. Do you understand how it works, Jake? How the
Yeah.
point system works? Yeah. So yeah, so we're just going to go straight into it. I've got Johnny's predictions here. We're going to start off with you, Jake, and we're going to kick off with the starting game of the season, which I think was a bit weird because I think Arsenal and United should have been the starting game of the season on a Friday because
Yeah.
it's a big game, isn't it? Really, come on. I
Yeah.
know people are going to laugh at it, but you would think put that on TV on a Friday that put bums
Yeah.
in seats, but.
100%. I think it's just because the
Champions kick it
champions,
off.
that's all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Champions kick it off against Bournemouth. So, what are you going with this one, Jake?
Easy 3 now.
3-0 Liverpool, yeah?
Oh, am I joking? Yeah. Liverpool.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bournemouth. Okay, so I am gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. I think they might. I don't know. I think they're gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1 on this one. I think Bournemouth might score. I think like you say, I don't think they're just ready just yet. They're to be set in stone, but they're gonna win it. I think. Johnny has gone 1-1. He's gone
Oh,
for a
crazy.
draw. So
I think
that's a
just
bit of a
because
shock.
I just think just because of weekend, I don't think Liverpool will want to lose the opening game. I think they'll come out on guns blazing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so we're moving on to Saturday, the 16th, and our opening game of that day at 12:30 is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. What are we saying for that one?
2-2.
2-2, a draw, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay then. All right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like that there is kind of a hard game to pick, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Newcastle. And
Ooh.
also Johnny has gone with a draw as well. He's gone with 1-1. So draws all round apart from me. Brighton versus Fulham,
2-1 to Fulham.
2-1 to Fulham. Okay. Johnny's gone 3-1 Brighton. I think it's going to be a 1-0 Brighton to me. Okay, so
Give
moving
me
on to
those points.
I know, yeah, it doesn't feel like you're gonna get these now. Okay, so I'll start on this one. Okay. Sunderland versus West Ham. And I think Sunderland are gonna nick it. And I'm gonna go for a 1-0. What are you
I've
going
gone
for?
2-0. West Ham.
2-0. Okay. And he has gone for Sunderland 1, West Ham 1. He's going for a lot of draws. He's going
Yeah.
for a lot of draws. Okay, moving on to Johnny's game, which is Tottenham versus Burnley. I'll let Johnny go first on this one, and he has gone 3-0 Spurs. Not being very
Ooh.
biased there, is he? But
3-1 I've gone. I think
3-1, all
Burnley will
very
nick a goal.
close, very close. I'm going to go 1-0 Spurs. Yeah, I think we've all
Set you
gone the
out back
same.
in the Spurs.
I know, yeah, but I'm trying to. I don't want to be eating chilies at the end of the season. I want that dollar.
Fair
uh,
enough.
Wolves versus Manchester City. So this is your game, Jake. So you can start us off.
It's a very, very close game. Very close game. 4-0 City.
4-0 City. I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, 3-0. 3-0 City. Um, and he has gone. Johnny has gone 3-1 Wolves. So yeah, all
Oh,
wins round for City
that's
there. What's that?
is he gone 3-1 Wolves, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's gone.
surprised me.
Yeah, well, that surprised me as well. To be fair, I was like, pretty one past you, like Wolves done nothing. Okay, so what's our next game? Moving on to is it Sunday? Is it Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah, Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. I'll kick us off on this one. I think it is going to be a Brentford win, 2-0. Jake,
I've gone opposite.
you gone the other way,
Yeah.
2-0 Forest. Okay,
Yeah.
2-0 Forest. Okay, Johnny's gone for another draw, 0-0. He loves these draws, he
Oh,
does, doesn't he?
it sure does.
Um, okay. I, okay, yeah. And it is now Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Jake, you can kick us off with this one.
3-2 to Chelsea.
3-2 to Chelsea. Okay. That sounds like one of them games that probably would happen like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a draw on this one. I'm gonna go 2-2. And Johnny has gone 2-1 Chelsea. And the final one, Manchester United versus Arsenal. So I'll kick this one off as it's my team. Oh God, I hate this, like, because it's worse for me, I think.
I think you're going
I'm
to
gonna
say the
go.
same as me.
Yeah, well, I've, I'm gonna say 1-0 Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Oh,
What are you going for, Jake?
1-all.
1-1 draw. And Johnny has also gone with a draw with 2-2. So that's all our predictions. I'm going to get them written down in the book, so we've got them for next week. We can see who's done. Yeah.
We have Monday.
Oh, sorry. We do have. Oh no, we do have Monday. How can I forget that? Do you know why? Because I usually think it's just the weekend on the first game
Yeah.
day. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I don't
Leeds
know
and
why.
Everton.
Leeds
Leeds and
Everton. Yeah.
Everton.
Johnny's actually
Ellen
missed
Road.
out here. He's actually hasn't. He hasn't given me the Leeds Everton one. So I
Haha,
might
he
have to
loses
drop him.
points already.
I might have to drop him a point here. Yeah, I think I'll have to drop him a
Yes.
point.
I think you should
Um,
drop yourself a point, to be fair, James,
I
because
know,
you've forgotten
forgetting
all.
about
I win.
it. Okay, so Leeds versus Everton. So because you reminded us this, Jake, you can kick us off for this one.
1-0 Everton. I know it's going to be at Ellen Road, but I think Everton will just nick it 1-0.
One
I think
nil.
it'll be a
Okay.
boring Monday night game.
Yeah, Monday Night Football. Um, I'm gonna go. I think Leeds are gonna nick it. I think 1-0 Leeds. Like you say, yeah, probably nothing in it really, but yeah. So Johnny, I'm actually gonna have to back to point. It's probably not even his fault. He just hasn't. He's done the same as me and not even looked on Monday. But yeah, I'm gonna have to dock him a point for that. But that are
Only
all our
fair you dock
predictions there.
yourself, mate. I think it's only fair you dock yourself as well. You can't do that.
Do you know what? You think I should, shouldn't I? Because I was gonna go skip
Yes, you
right
should.
past it. Yeah, no,
Yes, you should.
I'll dock myself a point, which means I'm actually on -1 right now. Okay,
Sucks to be you.
yeah. So, look, listen. So as it was standing, I'm on -1. You're on nil at the moment, and he would be on 3, but because he's missed out a game, he's on 2 now. So, yeah, that are our predictions for the opening weekend of the Premier League. I'm excited it's back. We're all excited it's back, and hopefully we get some scores on the board. Remember, if any of our teams are in that current position, we put them in our table. We also gain a point for that as well. So, yeah. So, Jake, that's all we got time for on Match Week Madness. Thank you for coming on. I almost even missed it. I should have done myself 5 points for even missing it, maybe. But yeah, no, it's good to keep the show running. I think some people are interested in it, and we keep it going, keep it thriving. Hopefully we might get Johnny on next week. I'll have to speak to him. It'd be good if we could, because it'd be good put talking points. We might have another guest on as well. The show, it might be a Chelsea fan, a West Ham fan. Just luck of the draw, I suppose. Whatever I pick out the hat. But Jake, any final words?
Roll on the new season. I hope everyone enjoys the show, and I hope everyone enjoys the new season too.
Yeah.
And yeah, tune in every week.
Perfect, mate. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you haven't already. And we shall see you next time on Match Week Madness. Look out for one-on-one fan talks where it might be happening randomly throughout the week. Thank you, Jake. Cheers for coming on, and we'll see you next week, mate.
See you next week, everyone.
Take care.